Hey guys, welcome back to Handlebar ASMR. So today I am going to tell you how you can appreciate your life just a little bit more by changing a single word. It sounds a bit amazing and highly unlikely, but just stick with me and you'll see what I mean. Just today, I have to get up at 4:30 in the morning to get ready for work. Then I'm going to have to spend 10 hours working today. After that, I have to drive almost 35 minutes to go to the gym. After I get to the gym, I have to spend about an hour working out. Then I have to drive 35 minutes back home. Once I get home, I have to prepare my meal for the evening. And then straighten up and clean up just a little bit afterwards so that my house is not a mess from cooking the meal. And then I have to go to bed early so that I can get up and do it all again. So looking at it this way, it feels rather tedious. I find myself wishing away the times when I have to do things. Even fun things sometimes like going out with friends and everything. When you think of it as I have to go see my friends this weekend or I have to do this Saturday, even if it's a fun thing, it can sound like a bit of a chore. So we're going to practice, say, changing one word out and see how it goes. Instead of saying I have to do something, say I get to do something. Funny enough, when I was preparing this, when I wrote out what I was, the first part of things that I have to do, I actually felt a bit overwhelmed. I looked at it very negatively, but the opposite happened as soon as I started getting to the I get to do things. So I'm going to go through what I just said, but saying get to do things and explain how it really changes things for me. Today, I get to get up at 4:30. I hate getting up early in the morning, so when I thought about it as having to do it, immediately what came to mind is I hate doing this. I hate getting up in the morning. But once I changed the thought over to getting to get up at 4:30, I thought getting there so early actually gives me so much more time in the evenings, because working 10 hours a day, once I go in and I'm there at 5:30, I'm off by 3:30, and that gives me a whole evening to do more things. I get all of this extra stuff done in the evening, and then I still have time to socialize and unwind a little bit in the evening. So getting to be able to get up at 4:30 is actually kind of a blessing, even though I hate to wake up that early. Today, I get to work 10 hours. When I thought about having to do it, my brain focused on that's a very long day to be stuck at work. But then I looked at it as getting to work 10 hours, and I thought, because I do 10-hour shifts, I actually only work 4 days a week. So my 40 hours is done in 4 days. This gives me an extra day every week to do things that I want to do. So even though, when I thought about having to work 10 hours, it sounded very negatively, but when I say I get to work 10 hours, it's actually really positive. And I'm very lucky that I actually can do that with my schedule. I get to drive to the gym. When I had to drive to the gym, I focused on the waste of time that it is driving up there. There aren't really many gyms close to the area where I'm at, so I spend every day, I spend over an hour just driving back and forth to a gym. But when I get to drive to the gym, I also think about the audio books that I'm listening to as I'm getting to drive to the gym. It's one of the things things that I've done to kind of make it a little bit more uh, beneficial to me and not seeing it as such a waste of time. And it's actually really nice. I mean, I'm going through books like crazy with spending an hour over, just a little over an hour a day listening to a book. That's actually quite a lot. And I have to admit that I do hate driving, but I enjoy listening to the book enough that it actually makes it a good thing. So when I looked at it as I have to drive, immediately I focused on that waste of time. But when I said I get to drive, then I started looking at, yeah, it's kind of neat. I'm getting to listen to all these books and everything like that. And as much as I love the gym, when I think about having to be there for an hour, it really makes it a little rough. I'm thinking about all the things that I could be doing instead of being at the gym. And don't get me wrong, I actually love the gym. But when you get it in your mind that you have to do something immediately, you are like, I don't want to do it. Your brain kind of puts up that wall and says no. But when you get to go to the gym, I think about all the benefits of being at the gym, like as far as getting my body prepared to do physical activities outside of the gym that I want to do, being healthy, all the endorphins and hormones that I get from working out, and just being happy and productive feeling when I leave the gym. So when I get home, when I think of having to make food, it seems like a chore added right on the end of a very long day. So rather than being like, I have to make food when I get home, thinking about that I get to make food when I get home, actually think about I usually go and will eat a family dinner at least 2 or 3 times a week with my family in the evenings, and so I'll prepare something and go over with them. And so when I get to make dinner at the end of the day, I think about I get to make something nice for everybody else to enjoy and kind of put in with this family meal that we're having. And even on the nights that maybe I'm doing this on my own and I'm not going to family dinner, it's nice sometimes to cook yourself a treat that you feel like you've earned or something like that. So, and then after that, when I have to go to bed early, I really hate thinking about I'm forced to do something I really don't want to do. I mean, I know I'm going to be tired and everything like that if I don't go to sleep, but feeling like I have to go to bed early really kind of makes me standoffish. I really do sleep worse on work nights than I do any other time. As soon as I get to the weekend and I don't really have that set bedtime and the thought processes of what I'm going to do the next day, I sleep so much better. But when I think about getting to go to bed early, I actually get to go to bed early and I love sleep. So getting extra sleep is always a nice thing. Getting to bed early getting to go to bed early actually makes me feel so much better for the next day. And it ends up making me much more enjoyable to be around and an overall happy person. And so when I think about, all of this coming together and I say, I have to do this all over again the next day, it really sounds like a chore. But when you think about that you get to do all of this over the next day, then it actually sounds like a blessing. I mean, what's the alternative of not getting to do it all over the next day? Just being dead. And that's not a really good place to be. But when I look at it as getting to do everything over the next day, it really opens it up to be more like an area for opportunities. When you think of having to do it the next day, you hours. I have to go to the gym. I have to drive. I have to make food, and I have to go to bed. But when you think about getting to do all of this stuff, there's all those little moments in between where you can appreciate small things that happen that may be unexpected and everything. It doesn't sound like such a hard-written script. And this follows even into the weekends. When you think about having to go someplace with your friends on a Saturday, you can think, gosh, I really would rather do other things on Saturday, and then you talk yourself out of doing it because you have to do it, and then you end up spending the night kind of like alone, or which is sometimes good, but a lot of times I'll find myself sitting at home and thinking I'm bored, when normally when I actually do go out with my friends, I really enjoy it. It actually becomes a blessing. So when I get to go someplace with my friends, I should be really excited about it and everything, which honestly, changing those from have to get to automatically really changes things over in your head. Give it a try in the coming weeks. And once you're thinking, I have to do this, think about, I get to do this, and why that might be a really good thing for you to be able to do. And just with that, hopefully you'll appreciate your life just a little bit more. Thanks again for listening to this episode. I hope that you will join me for another episode in the future.